Alright guys, here we are, part 31 of my WWE Smackdown Shut Your Mouth Let's Play. We're getting into the second half of January here, and I believe I go through the next 2 weeks of January in this part, and then we finish off the month in the next part with the Royal Rumble. Get to that in a bit though. Well, I'm in a tag team match today, RVD, Undertaker again, but you know, I'm teaming with The Rock. That's a good thing. Can't go too wrong, not with The Rock. Flair is not here tonight due to the attack by Mr. McMahon. That must have been one hell of a punch. That or Ric Flair is really that frail of an old man. And I mean, he wasn't even that old at this time. I mean, what, at this point he was late 40s maybe? I mean, I know he's been wrestling forever for the last 200 years or whatever, but... Anyway, nothing happened with Val again. I just talked to him and, you know, are you still having trouble sleeping? Oh well, can't do anything about it. Kind of wanted to beat him up. Now, they're just giving away a Table Tornado 6-man tag on Raw in the first match with all those lower card guys. Must have been for like a hardcore title hunt or something. Anyway, got a tag team match here. I believe I skipped the entrances just because we've seen all these guys. We'll find out when the game loads. I mean, yeah, it's a PS2 game, but it loads okay for a PS2 game. I will say that. I mean, I think there were some of the later games were a lot worse for the loading times. Like, the first couple SmackDown versus Raw games were really bad with loading times as far as I remember. Actually, speaking of loading times, I'm not impressed with the Xbox One's loading times. I have Zoo Tycoon on that. And I have an Xbox One. I won it in a contest. It wasn't working the first day I got it because Microsoft, the geniuses that they are, released a patch that bricked any newly activated consoles that day. And by bricked, I mean I couldn't play disc-based games. And you might be saying, oh, well, digital's better, you shouldn't be playing disc-based games anyway. And it's like, I don't really get into the digital-physical debate. I mean, there's pros and cons to each side. But the thing is, the game I had was Zoo Tycoon, and it was on a disc. I didn't choose to get it on a disc. I didn't choose to get it digitally. That's just how it came. And I could not play it. Now, for one thing, it's Zoo Tycoon. I wasn't rushing to play it in the first place. But the main thing here is that my Xbox was bricked for a while. I had to get it sent in. And I mean, that took some time. I know there are people out there who say, oh, Microsoft has great customer support. And they do. But, you know, they're like any company. First, like, before they get you to send it in, they're going to go through any other option that might work that does not hassle them with having you send in a console. So I go through it all, I try all the shit that they ask me to, it doesn't work, and it turns out that the only way to do it now is to either return it, which I can't do because I got it in a contest, or send it in, which I did, which meant that I didn't have my Xbox for 3 weeks. I wasn't impressed. I will say that. I'm completely more impressed with Sony. And I mean, I know a Microsoft fanboy who was like, I was talking about a problem I had with Sony, and he's like, oh, well, Sony wasn't doing anything for you? Then I'm just appalled. I mean, Microsoft would do this, this, and this. And I'm like, I've worked with Microsoft. They did do that, and that, but not right away. And the thing is, Sony would have done that, and that too. They would have done it just the same as Microsoft did. So you're just talking out of your ass and being a fanboy, and that's annoying. It's just fucking annoying. Wow, I got the shit beat out of me outside there. But anyway, The Rock wins with the people's elbow here, because, you know, I was keeping our VD occupied. That's good. It's good that we got through a tag match relatively quick there. I mean, that was only a couple minutes. And as you know, tag matches can be just a pain in the ass in this game. Excuse me. Anyway, who am I going to pick as my challenger? It's going to be Triple H. Yeah, it's going to be Triple H. It's not going to be a triple threat. It's going to be Triple H. So fuck Kane. It makes more sense for Triple H anyway. I mean, he attacked me at the end of Armageddon. Why wouldn't I want to fight him? Sure, Kane beat me up after. He wanted to be involved. But, you know, I wanted to fight Triple H. I am fighting Triple H. So there. Oh look, it looks like my video froze a little here. I hope it fixed itself. I don't think it did fix itself, but we'll find out. No, I don't think it did. Well, anyway, I face Kane tonight. And, the thing is, you'll get to see Kane's entrance, but you won't get to see mine because I accidentally skipped it. I didn't mean to, but I did. So, I'm sure you can go without my entrance. Anyway, I know I'm behind here, but I'm pretty sure this is the night that Flair announces... what does he announce? Okay, first off, just going off a bit here. Yeah, I did just completely insult Kurt Angle. That was a fun one, I will admit. I kind of thought it was going to start in a match or something, but it didn't. Yeah, but anyway, it looks like I'm back on track with my video. I can't say for certain, but I think I am. We'll stop going off on tangents here. I mean, what was I talking about? Alright, Flair coming back. I think he announces a match between him and Vince. I think there's a match between him and Vince at the Royal Rumble. I can't remember exactly. But we'll find out. Anyway, something to note about Kane here. If I was ever a professional wrestler, and I was standing in the ring, and those pyros went off just in the middle of, like, I was talking or a match or something, the fear I would show would be completely legitimate. It would, not gonna lie, it would just scare the shit out of me. I would literally shit my pants at the sound of that bang and the pyros going off. I would jump 15 feet in the air just because I'd be so fucking scared. It would spook me that much. And I mean, I don't say I scare easily, but I don't say that I'm fearless either. I mean, I'm actually a very afraid little guy, but that's not something I want to go over on the Let's Play channel. That's personal stuff for personal people, not people on YouTube, you know, all 5 of you that watch my videos. But hey, I get my match with Kane here because, you know, I didn't pick him. And instead I'll be facing Triple H at the Royal Rumble. It also means I'm not going to be in the Rumble match. That you would have seen in the first part, but, you know, I already mentioned it because, you know, the champion doesn't take part in the Royal Rumble match itself, which is a shame because I wanted to show off the Rumble. It's my favorite match. But, you know, right now I'm just a rising star. I'm the champion now, but maybe I'm getting a little too overconfident, a little too cocky. We'll see if Triple H will be able to take me down a notch or not in the next part. Not to say this part's over yet. It's not. We still got a good 3 minutes left, I'd say. Or not even 3 minutes, 2 minutes left. In which case, do I want to go into another topic here? I got something to rant about here. No, well, I'm better off leaving it for the next part. Because this part I just talked about the game a lot. The game, the wrestling, everything interesting in between. I'll rant in part 32. Anyway, as you can see, I'm just trying to quickly put away Kane here. All kinds of different pin combinations, all kinds of different submission moves, but Kane's a tough guy. He's not gonna just lay down for me. I mean, as you can see, I'm not very big either, right? He's a full head taller than me at least. And it doesn't help that every time I try to pin him, it's always in a rope break position. And I got him with the Samoan drop here. The moonsault. I seem to recall I put the moonsault as one of my finishers at one point. I think I might have changed that or not. I I don't know. I've been sitting on this footage for like 6 months, so I can't say for certain. Speaking of 6 months, yes, I'm finally getting around to doing that Dragon Ball Z review. I have got everything unlocked finally. That was the main thing or everything unlocked I want to talk about. That was the main problem I had. Now I've literally just got to start recording, start doing voiceovers, and start planning, and start editing. That's really it, and I hope to maybe even start doing that today. Today being Friday the 12th of September. But before that, I'm going to do the voiceover for the Royal Rumble part, which is part 32, which is coming up next. I have beaten Kane. Time for the Royal Rumble. See you then.